Welcome back to the Crust, where I mentioned something about playing or off camera at the end of the last episode, but I actually decided against it. So this is being recorded back to back with episode 4. There's so much stuff going on right now that, especially when we have this high income of research, I figured it's probably better to actually record everything currently. It's just 3.5 days until we have that's actually going very fast, until we have the salvage. We are wasting science points, and we're wasting green science points. What can I queue up? Not that. I think we can remove that one from the queue. I'd like something that takes a lot of green. I'm going to take the extended trading license then. It does show an exclamation point at the research that you are wasting. So we're not making nearly as much green as we are making others. Now you can see the exclamation point here at the orange. So we need to put in something that has orange research. There was something here that yeah, it's the... No, actually... Let's get the rare earth mineral. Just have that as well. Probably should get the expedition center now that I think about it. Oh, I have that. Oh, I just... Yeah. Urgent contract for 30 components, of which we have 79. Which will give us a... This is a very decent contract. 100 of each of these two research, 60 green, 80,000, and that's also going to be... Everything is going to be... Oh, it might just be the credits, but we're going to get a 30% bonus. So this is a definite accept contract. We can just go ahead and send that off right away. So we get 104,000 credits. And yeah, the science doesn't get any bonus, but 104,000, that's nice. Send resources. Just get that off. They're almost done with this. Can mine out some more down here. Not too much though, because I'd really like to get going on mining for more aluminium. I'm going to pause and we're going to have a look here. The aluminium is out there, and there's also the aluminium that is all the way up there somewhere. I think we're going to go with that one rather than the one up there. But let's do some scanning. It's daytime, so that's good. So let's just start by having that go there. Okay, so we found some... there is something out there. I don't know what, but there's something. I saw a little... Sometimes you can just see... Like, you can see the white there. Sometimes you see that, but that means you just barely touched the node. This was a bit faster. Something down there. Probably basalt. Yep, there's another titanium node there though. Battery is 49%. More aluminium, good. And there's something down there as well. Be nice if we find something more. A lot of basalt, that's good. That's really a lot of basalt. 35%. Let's do 2 more. That's 1. Do 1 more that way. And nothing. But we did find aluminium down there, and we also have the aluminium over here. It does seem to me that getting down to that aluminium node might be easier than getting down to that one. Did not mean to turn that off. 1x speed, and how am I gonna do this? Okay. Contract completed. I'm gonna mine out all this. I'll use the eraser tool to remove the little bits that I get outside of the area that I want to mine out. This is going to take a while to mine, that's for sure, so I'll just have to leave the miner drones on this. But since we did get 2 additional drones from Crust, one option might be to assign more drones to mining.
The funds from the contract have been transferred to the account. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. No, that's not where I meant. That's where I meant to click. So we get 104,700 here. Still haven't got the full. We are almost done with salvage. I'm going to delete this.
Research complete.
And that's salvage done. Which means that the next thing I'm not gonna pick anything here. Let these 2 just fill up.
Director, we've completed research that will allow us to disassemble the remains of the Evermoon base for resources.
It's nice. Let's go up and salvage stuff. I'm gonna leave that building there for now. I think I can click and drag, so I just have to do this one by one manually, unfortunately. To get rid of all the stuff that's in the way here, because I'd like to use this area for our power. Let's also get these belt remnants gone, because I'd like to build the expedition center somewhere around here. We can take down that as well then. Yep. Now the drones are going to be busy with that, so I think they prioritize that over a lot of other stuff, which is fine. That song ended a bit abruptly and weird. Take that down. We're definitely full up on silicon. How much does silicon sell for currently? Market. Silicon. Sell. It's all the way down to 40, so I don't think it actually makes much sense to sell it. We can sell up to 500. No, we can actually sell more than that. It's not really worth it, I think, because it's gonna make our drones do a lot of going back and forth. Like, if we sell 300, that's 12,000 credits. The profit will be 11,000. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm certain if I did it, then 2 minutes later we get a contract which requires like 1,000 silicon, and like, oh, crying out loud, why did I do that kind of moment. It would be typical.
Director, the ASIL Corporation needs materials for desalination stations. We can't leave the region without drinking water, can we?
No, sure, we can't. They need steel. Okay, that's fine. I need to delete those belts. Or rather... What was I thinking when I did this? I mean, the obvious answer is I wasn't thinking, but... I don't think that's gonna work. Oh, it will work. 93. 94. Okay, that works. Interesting. It deposits on that platform thing there. Looks weird though. That's a lot of splitting going on though. I'm going to delete that and that. Then we'll do this and we'll connect that up to that one instead. There's a bit of titanium on the ground here. I might be able... No, because it's... the game wants to click the splitter and not the... Okay, I can get a hold of it like that. Does this allow them to drop off? No, it doesn't, so we need to allow them to drop it off so they can actually put it in there. Those things going up. That's actually going rather well. So our maximum consumption currently is 431 out of a potential of 500. I'm guessing I've left the rover somewhere. No, it's still driving because I sent it off to quite a ways off. That's an iron deposit. Rather crappy one. But that might actually be the norm for iron. I haven't seen any particularly good iron deposits. 61. That's probably the best one I've seen so far. How are we doing for slag? More than 1,000. More than 1,000. Almost 1,000. Need to be mindful of that. Medium solar panel, good. 2 researchers. So this one is really nice, getting the concurrent connections to 5 on the utility poles. I'm gonna put that at the top, because I would like to get down to the battery. I suspect we're going to need the fuel generation for that, since it's 2 lines, but that's... oh, a projector. That's fine. And we should send off these resources, actually. That's 500 too much, so let's send the components in a second go then. Most of the stuff up here has been torn down. It's just the power poles left, and that's it. So now I need to make kind of a power... what should I call that? Like a power route for the poles to go. I don't know if that one is... let's go with that one as the most straight line. I don't think either of them were particularly straight, to be honest. And go to there. Wasting science points. Orange, of course. We can pop that one in. 50% increased excavation speed. That sounds okay. This for soaking up the science points. It's going to be very useful when we get to it at some point. Another thing that would be nice is to get storage containers around this, or even using the lift thing that I mentioned. We would of course need to research it to get the resources up near the landing pad. So where are you guys mining now? Here, apparently. I also mentioned something in the last episode about the soundtrack. This is one of those songs that I can imagine is a very hit or miss with people. I find it quite soothing. He has a nice voice. Okay, so they're also collecting from these, that's good. Continue the power down this way for both light and eventual purposes of powering up stuff. Also, I think it would be nice to try to tighten up the regolith refineries here. But I very definitely need to get... I know there was a silicon node. Yeah, there is one over there. 226,000. Yeah, we could upgrade these, but it only upgrades them to 30 per minute. I'm way overproducing. Let's prepare for that. I need to briefly pause because if you look at this, it takes slag. I can flip it. So I can have 2 of them without using conveyor lifts. If I have the slag coming into the middle and the silicon oxide on the outside, I have one here, Can I flip it and build one like that? That would work. The slag comes out here. But that said, it would be nice to not have it too far away from that storage up there. That power pole is in the way. What if I build it this way? Now that... No, that will require... Okay. Can't go too close here. That's 3 out. I'm going to go 2 out, so this thing costs 2 microcircuits. We don't have too many of those left. Flip, put that there. Now, if this belt goes there, and then back to construction mode and storage, we have a bulk resource storage there. We built that up. The slag inputs are the ones near the middle. I don't think I'm going to be able to avoid the underground no matter what I do. No, I'm not. But this way I only need 1. So that hooks up to that. That hooks up to that. Then this one goes to there. This one goes to there. Oh, they're down here. So this one goes to there. This one goes all the way over here and then up. That might actually be too far. Okay. I go out 3. I need to go up there. I don't know why you're doing that. And just follow the power poles here. So that's 25,500. I don't think we have that much slag down here yet. That it's... Although it's not that much of an inconvenience. I can just hook it up, having a belt go up here. But then we're back to the I'd like to tighten things up thing. Let's go with this for now. And priority on this. Of course, that priority doesn't count for much when it does count for something, even though they are filling up the... Yes, it does. Nice. As you might realize from that statement there, I don't have the best experience with the priority system yet. I think that's heavily under development currently.
Research complete.
But that worked, that's good. We completed the utility pole upgrade. Okay, so fuel generator next. And we want that at the top. Choose production mode, of course. Would be nice to actually tell it that it's allowed to have slag in here. So we can have 9,000 slag. To be fair, that's not really a lot. But we can build 2 of these together and just belt out and split it on again. We are wasting engineering science points. That was quick. I don't know what to do next after that then. Let's switch that out with the conveyor Mark II. Now we do need silicon oxide for the these 2 brick manufacturers here. This one is producing 11.5 per minute. And this one requires a lot of blue science, which that's tied up currently. So that's not an option to prioritize researching that. But that said, I don't think we need a lot of silicon oxide in the smart concrete factory. What does it say on the factory itself? Smart concrete factory, 12 slag, 3 silicon oxide to 2 bricks. Yeah, that's not going to be using a lot of silicon oxide. We're producing 11.5 and we're using 9 at best. It keeps being backed up, so actually these are not running very often. But that's 2.5 per, so that's 5. We have 5 in excess. That should actually be enough, I think. So how do I get a belt up there sensibly? I have an underground there and an underground there, then there. There's no reason not to just build this at its full length. Not sure if that's gonna work though. No, that doesn't work. There, and then that goes there. Now the big question is this going to work? Yes, it is. That's nice. And we just do that. And this is probably going to drop silicon on the ground. Yep. Or silicon oxide. Can I reach that with the priority thing? Pick it up? I can. Good. Of course we do need power. So if we just do this and this, and that one can go there, that one can go there. Now it would also be a good idea to have belts coming out of this. This is expensive stuff. We can do an underground from there to there. That works. Good. And then this belt can just run all the way down here and enter this splitter, so as to not have to take up one of the spaces on that one. That's 13,000. So we spent quite a bit on belts now. I think we're down like 50,000 something. This one is going to be filled up rather quickly. Now the question is, this is a lot more efficient than using this basic regolith. So this actually points toward the multi-regolith refinery, because even with these low percentages, we will get some of these minerals out of the production. But on the other side, it doesn't really make sense to me currently, due to the fact that we are already rather high on most of these. We are producing a lot of the raw materials. Setting up a multi-regolith. Sorry, I'm just thinking here. A multi-regolith instead of these. It would give additional slag, which we could send to that. It would give us a little bit of each of the basic materials, or rather oxides. The issue with it, that I can see right away is an actual issue, is that we would have to build more smelting furnaces to make use of that regolith. Or, actually, I could store the oxides in containers. They might want to be stored in these buckets. It would be nice if there was a description of the building. Does it say when I hover over the... Because it stores one type of bulk material, and I kind of suspect that the oxides are considered a bulk material, whereas this is a solid resource. The oxide does not strike me as a solid resource. I could test by building another bucket, but I don't think we're going to go up, build the multi-regolith factory now. I don't think my brain is up for it. However, what I do want to do is stop this splitter from sending stuff to that factory. And then to that factory. And let's see, what's in here? Let them complete their cycles. Do not allow them to bring resources. Just set that to forbid. Prioritize picking up this regolith. This one is done. Salvage. I think that one is done as well. Good. Salvage.
Research complete.
Research complete. We get the fuel generator, so let's just jump right onto the fuel factory. Put that above the components factory upgrade that I just put there as an engineering research soak. Good. Tear that down. Tear that down. That one. And this one and this one. Because we're going to get it more than enough bricks from this production here, and I'd rather just start saving up the regolith from this one. We can power this on though and leave it running for now, but do I actually want to do that? I don't think I want to do that. What I want to do is stop it altogether from sending regolith to that thing and then salvage that one as well. I believe there is something lying on the ground there, but yeah, I can actually get to it. Good. Let's pick up that and put it into the bucket, and or maybe I should stop calling them buckets and calling them bouquets. Bonus points if you get the reference. Still mining down here, but we are getting closer to the aluminium. It's not that much left. Which reminds me, I need to send the rest of the contract before we... Oh, that was good that I remembered that. Otherwise we would have lost the bonus. Send. Did I send everything they needed? In terms of... Yes, I've sent all the steel. But yeah, the distance from down here, that's going to be formidably long. Oof. The cost of a belt going all the way down... Let's just see, what does a belt from here all the way up here cost? Just for the fun of it. 25,000. Well, gee. And then upgrading it to Mark II is probably also going to be pricey. That's 91,000.
And saved an entire region from extinction. I consider this a great bonus for those who were concerned about short-term gains. Right, Alice?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'd like to strangle that guy. I mean, fine, he's made us a decent profit by his wrangling, but... What's the use of being in the director if the minions can go above my head? I don't like that. Not to mention that his sass doesn't exactly... While I like Alice's sass, I'm not too sure that I like his. Probably because he's more of an... Oh, shall we say... the letter A, followed by a couple of letters and then whole. I guess that would describe him rather well. So we do have a titanium node up here. Is it any decent? It's a bit of a pain to actually... There we go. No, that is actually very bad. 44%. 68.176% water. Well then. That's a decent amount of ore though. 223,000.
Malachite is about to set up their production facility on the moon and is asking us for missing construction materials. Check out the contract on the control center panel.
300 titanium and 25 microcircuits. 100,000 with a bonus of 25%, so that's 125,000. We're going to accept that contract and I'm going to do something sneaky. So we get 125,000 for that. So we go to the market, we go to buy, we go to microcircuits, and we buy 25 microcircuits. And look at that. We are going to make a profit of 50 something thousand. We'd buy that, go up to the surface, take a cargo pod and just drop it there. I should also start building solar panels, as in the medium ones. So we now have a container of 25 microcircuits standing there. We go to this one, and they wanted 300 titanium and 25 microcircuits, so we can just send off that. And there's room for all of them in the standard cargo pod, so send. This does not always work, what I just did. It works for some contracts. It kind of also depends on the current market price for the good you want to do. I would not recommend doing it for the most pricey stuff, like, say, for instance, heavy modular frames or Borg cubes, or microprocessors, stuff like the things out here. That could backfire rather badly on you, but I was fairly certain that it was a safe bet to do what I just did with the microcircuits, because they usually are not that expensive. That might be a little tip for some of you in regards to making money. I need to mine out more down here. Get room for aluminium processing. Okay, let's go up here and have a look at the landscape. They made like this power route going down that way. Go into electricity and we'll look at the medium solar panel. So these are 3 CPU for 75 power, whereas a small one is 2 CPU for 30. What resource? Okay. Need another soak then. Where did I put the fuel factory? I put it there. Let's complete the smelting furnace upgrade. The heck am I gonna use as a soak now then? Oh, yes, the multi-regolith factory it is. Yeah, I want to build a couple of these medium solar panels. They take one titan. We have ample resources to do this. So I'd like to have 3 spaces on each side of that power pole. We'll start building the solar panels out here. Wait. Mistake. I want actually to start building them there. There we go. Should be ample titanium lying around on the ground up here as well. We might have emptied out our container now. Oh no. Far from it actually. Yeah, the little finagling I did with the belts up here was beneficial in terms of getting titanium to where we need it. We have 87 components. That's a decent amount. What happened to our rover? We need 2 level 3 engineers and 9 components. Okay, this is kind of insane. Let's go to that sorting terminal then. I don't really think that it's... Come on. Probably going to be something similar, but I haven't started this yet. They're still working on this. They're getting there though. And one of the downsides of doing what I did with this is that if the drones decide to pick up stuff from downstairs, you're going to be left with this container standing on the ground until you actually have somewhere to either store it or you use them. So you should be aware of that. Because this is fairly bigger than it's not that much bigger, but it is bigger than a regular storage container. I can almost fit 2 in the space that thing takes. As you can see, there is 13 in the pod. So we're going to be left with some here. It's fine though. Okay, so they've started building the solar panels, and we've just finished the contract, so that's good. We're up to 309,000. So that is another thing that I should add in regards to the little contract shenanigan thing that I did. Be careful to not do that if you're low on cash, because if you're low on cash, as in, if you have, say you have 100,000 and you're going to buy stuff for 90,000, it takes a while for the drones to fill up that thing, so it takes a while until you actually get the return money. So you should be mindful of that. But that was a very decent contract fulfillment. Getting nice science income here. I'm very satisfied with our current science income. So this should go to there and to there. And now, solar panels. I don't like that they only have 2 connections. But it is what it is. I'm going to build a power pole there. Prioritize it. And I'm sure you can see where this is going.
Research complete.
We researched that's good. Smelting furnace upgrade. And this one, okay, so I believe the blue will now switch over to that. What do we want next? I believe we want that one, so I'm just going to leave it as is. Okay, now we can delete the long wire and connect up with shorter wires. So. However. No, that's not how I'm going to do it. Palit, and utility pole. There. There. Then priority on all of these 5. And then wire going from that one to those. And then that connects up to these. You'll see what I'm doing when I get around to complete it. I don't like the chain thing here. I don't like that very much at all. If this thing blows up, then I have a problem. I don't think it can blow up, but my mining drones are idle. That's been a long time since I've seen that icon. Sure. Just continue. I'm going to have to use the deletion tool again, because I'm being very unsteady on my hand now. Erase. Yep, go. So these are 75 each. Just need to do some quick maths here. 75 each. But they count as 2.5 of the small ones. 2.5, 5, 10, 12.5. Let's just continue to build medium solar panels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we also do the same thing that we've already done with the utility poles. Continue. It's a bit fiddly. But I'm guessing that for those of you who are familiar with my style of building and content, you're not surprised that I'm doing things in a matter or a way like this. It should probably be familiar. It's a typical Caladan thing to think in a very structured and orderly manner and stuff. We're also reaching the CPU capacity limit very soon. Now, how is this wired up? So I can start disassembling from down there. What did I say? 2.5, 5, 10. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again, we're wasting science points. I have such an income of the orange that I have no clue how to spend it all. Anything in here? Just do that. Now this may or may not come as a surprise, but my plan is to continue building solar panels out in rows from these. The only reason why I built these was because I need to have enough power when I tear down these to get room for more. So I might or might not tear these down again.
We've been approached for help by Universe. A recent hurricane swept through the Gulf of Mexico, leaving many people homeless. We can provide resources for the recovery efforts.
We can? Says who? 1,000 smart concrete? Are you insane? And 1,000 steel. 90,000 with a 15% bonus, so a little over 100,000 for this. I would have to buy 500 concrete and 400 steel. I'm going to accept it, and this might actually go at a loss. That's 14,000 if I want to buy that. That's 7. No, it's not that bad actually. So buy and 200. Buy and 300. 300. Now these cargo pods are going to take up space, that's for sure. What are you complaining about now? I'm gonna let them land first. That's very loud. I mean, seriously. This down to 20. That helped a bit, but that was like on par with my voice. Okay, now that's gonna take a couple of... I think we can send 300 at a time. I don't like contracts like this at all. And we're not going to be able to complete this contract in this episode. And this contract I might actually finish off camera, or just start recording when I get to the point where the issue is all the science. Okay, this leaves me in a little bit of a conundrum. I don't know exactly how I'm going to deal with this, and I will be recording the next episode, not now, but I will be recording the next episode before I will be able to get feedback from you guys on how you would prefer me to go ahead on this. So this is... I need to use the science points while I have them because of the limitations. As you can see, in 6 days we're going to lose 100 of these 700 and something, because it's 6 days left on the future investments plus 100. I need to make sure that I use these when I have them, and I need to complete sciences as well. So the deal here is I do want to finish up the fuel factory, which I do believe we are going to be able to do before I end the current episode, and then I can start the battery research, which is what I really want to do, so that I can replace all of these smaller batteries with larger ones at the other side here. So we like have solar panels going this way, and then we have batteries in an area up here. Now the expedition center, I mean, I can build it now. It should be under logistics. It's rather big. I was thinking we'd build that here on this side of the like path thing that I've built here with the power pole. So basically like this. I'm not sure about the belt inputs and outputs, because if you look down in the lower right there, you can see that that looks like belt inputs to the drone or the expedition control center, whereas the ones that are closest to the space platform, that looks like 2 outputs. So I don't really understand as of now what the purpose of those are. What I do know though is that in case those are needed for something, I definitely want to build this that way. So 3. So it already was 3. 3, so if we build it like that, I think actually we can go out 6. That one more time. 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's build it like that. It's going to take a fair bit of resources to build it. It's not that bad, but it does require smart concrete, of which we just bought a lot for this contract. So, but I don't think that they're going to prioritize... Yes. You like that. I don't want them to prioritize building this. I see some of them are actually coming to this one and that one, rather than putting off stuff for the contract. It's not ideal, because that contract's going to take a little while to fill up, and I do want the bonus. But yeah, this has been a more interesting episode in terms of there's a lot of stuff going on now, so that's good at least. It's also been a bit hectic for my poor brain. And after I'm done with this, I think I'm just going to relax a bit. I will try to see if I can do a little bit more off recording here.
Research complete.
That is the research complete, so we can finish. Yeah, that's large battery. That's the one we want, and we want that at the top. You guys know what I have here. I can write down if I complete some researches that are... Well, I will write down if I complete some researches in between this and the next recording start, but I will try not to do too much. I just want to like tidy things up, and so it's not going to be like progress. want that contract to be in a different state. I'm going to tear down more of these solar panels and try to replace them with medium ones. I might start replacing batteries if I finish the battery technology, just something like that. Or I might not. We'll just see, or rather you'll see what I ended up with at the beginning of the next episode. But for now, I am just going to do the usual short little intro. Yes, like intro. That's good, Caledon. It's the intro. Outro. So, yeah. If you do have any questions or comments, then please do feel free to leave them down in the comment section as per usual. Or if you want to help out with the little YouTube algorithm gods, interaction is always good. So just a little emoji or something, funny comment, sass, anything. As long as it's nice, that is. It really helps. I hope that you enjoyed the episode, and I hope to see you all in the next one.